safety information during the holiday shopping season. And we're not talking about problems online. Those crowded mall parking lots are breeding grounds for criminals. So how do you protect yourself and your loved ones? Joining me now, Lauren Fix, the car coach. Lauren, welcome back to the show. Good to see you. You brought up something that I never thought about. I never think about. I just park my car in the garage and then walk into the store and come out every once in a while and throw boxes in it. But that's completely the wrong thing to do, according to you, right?
Right. There are a few tips. This can be inconvenient, but you know, it is a breeding ground, and these experts are watching. They see you coming out of a store. Maybe you went to Tiffany's or Neiman Marcus, or maybe you bought just a little something, or you reuse bags, which a lot of people do, like those Lululemon bags. Everyone reuses them. You put that in your back seat. You go back in the store. I know that you just spent a lot of money, and you probably have the receipt in the bag. So as you leave, they're going to break in your window and take your parcels, plus you get the damaged vehicle. So what I tell people to do is, if you really have something expensive, put it in your trunk, find another parking spot, and it'll diffuse it.
I thought the interesting thing you said, don't even leave your dry cleaning on your seat. Nothing on the seat, no phones, no plug-ins, not even something from the drugstore, because at the end of the day, somebody might break in thinking it's valuable, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you can leave coins for tolls, which happens in a lot of areas across the country. I just put that all in your center console, put it in your glove box. Out of sight is out of mind. I cannot tell you how many times people have had their cars broken into for dry cleaning because they think they saw an expensive suit, or there might be a fur vest. I don't know. I don't have one of those, but people do. And they're taking things in and out. Now, this is the time of year where people buy expensive jackets and they have their clothes dry cleaned, especially for the holidays, for parties. So they figure this is a great opportunity to have a new suit.
Absolutely right. Okay, so here's one of my problems, is that I sometimes forget where I parked my car. That can be an issue too. You're in these massive mall parking lots. Maybe you only go once a year. You forget where you park. There's so many people there that you're trying to dodge the kids right as you're parking your car. What's your advice? Should you be parking right next to the door? Aren't there mall cops? Aren't there people watching these parking garages?
Right, there are people watching. They're at security. Many times they're in SUVs, there's some on foot, and there's some, I've even seen them in bicycles. It depends where you live in the country. One of the things is they can't be everywhere all the time, and a professional knows this. They know when they've just been there, and they watch them take off. So if you arrive during daylight, park near a light pole. So when you're leaving, turn around, make sure your car is locked, write down whatever information is there, 9G or something, or I'm on the whatever floor, because there are underground parking and above ground. It's just as easy to break in. The lit parking just makes it a little easier. So park where there's lots of traffic going by, and you may have to wait, just like I do for parking spots, like everyone else does.
Well, you talk about, we were just showing pictures of an outdoor parking lot, right? And you suggest when you're coming out, if it's at night, particularly a woman, right? You want to make sure you've already got that key in your hand, that you're ready to go. And I always try to walk briskly and with a lot of confidence so that nobody thinks, oh, here's somebody I can pick on.
I do the same thing. I do the same thing when I walk around New York. You walk with a purpose, as we say. Have your keys in your hand, have your cell phone in your pocket, and keep your purse close to you. If you're a female, if you're a guy and you've got some bags, keep them close to you, because if they take your purse or they take a bag that may have your valuables in it, you at least have your cell phone to call 911. But the key is, if you get out there and something doesn't look right, go back into the mall, find a security guard. They'll walk you to your vehicle. And when you do get to your vehicle, don't dilly-dally around and pick out coupons just like when you arrive. Have a plan, lay out your coupons in advance. You don't want to be going through your receipts in your car while it's running, because you're leaving yourself open. There's no one around. You could be the last one out of the mall. If you're like me, I shop at the end of the day when there's no one there. The last thing you want to be is in your car by yourself, and you're just a target. That's very true.
Look at this number, 214,000. This is the number of violent crimes in 2009 in parking lots and garages. Amazing. Now, this is the most updated number we could find. I assume it's probably worse than that now. And of course, the economy doesn't help any of this. Let's keep that in mind, too.
Right. Right, and there's a lot of things. When you think about your vehicle as itself, you can use valet parking. There are some really nice high-end malls that have valet parking. You know, if your car gets damaged, it can be replaced. You are another story. We as human beings, we don't need to deal with that mentally or physically. So if you really think, you know what, I don't want to take that risk. I get my kids with me, I've got a stroller, I've got someone older with me, or maybe someone who's a little slower, use the valet parking.
Here, I got a powder.
All right. Let them park their car. If it's damaged, they're responsible.
Okay, we're having some audio issues here, Lauren. Thanks for helping us out. Appreciate your time.